Test. What is up, you guys? It's your boy Rob, Hollow Avarice, back again to continue our playthrough of Final Fantasy 16. The initial plan for tonight was to do some Genshin Impact, but that got thrown out the window when it was like a 4-hour upload, and it won't finish uploading until maybe another hour and a half or an hour from now. And I already pushed it off, hoping time would be off and I'd be a little faster. Nah. So we ain't about that. So we're just going to dive in to some FF7, 16. Last time on, we took down Hugo Kupka. We destroyed Dragon's Fang. I've done a little off stream. I've done exploration up in this area. Explored down here in the fields of Karava, the Sickle. I got to a new town, but I couldn't get in. Goravazd. Found another one of those weird stones. You know, not much. I don't think very much has changed. We're level 37. These are the abilities I've been playing around with. I have been grinding for Gil. Ability points and XP. I've bought I bought Aerial Blast and Judgment Bolt, which I've been playing around with. They've been a lot of fun. Trapping giant swarms of enemies. Lightning bolting large enemies. Last one I need is Earthen Fury. It's the last ability I need to buy. Alright, where are we? Throw on the Berserker Ring, and I'm going to keep these for now. Ability points and experience. I also have done a few more hunts. I think I did 4 hunts. I did one hunt that was actually too hard for me, so I'm tried it a few times and I died twice.
I'm telling you, it's true.
Let me show you what I got.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
Sorry, excuse me, sir. Since ending, I've done the Fastilla Khan. Kalan, which was a super tough adamantoise that shot streams of water. A giant swarm of bees. That was right after I unlocked that new ability and was playing around with it. I wrecked. It was amazing. It was so much fun. The Grimalkin, who had an army of cats at his beck and call. And the Nine of Knives, who was just an assassin. He was just a better version of those assassins. Only one that's been giving me trouble so far is the Breaker of Worlds. I know where he is. He beat me twice. He's level 45. But I haven't done it since I was level 35. So I was 10 levels below. A little higher now. So I'm going to wait on that.
You mean the Iron Kingdom?
Is that what you call it? In Moogle tongue, we call them smithies. The straight to them in the mainland, the Quench. I was adventuring down in the Namekian coast where I saw bright lights and black shadows. I imagine my disappointment when I learned the lights and shadows weren't busy forges, but rocks leaking lava. Still, from what I learned how locals treat strangers, since I was probably best I didn't get a chance to say a good day. And also, again, I did complete a bunch of quests,
How may I help
so
you today, Clive?
probably have a
Here's
few of
everything
these.
we've received and everything promised.
Oh man, I wish I claimed this sooner.
All yours.
800 ability points.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
That would have made this my grinding for ability points a little bit easier. I'm tempted to do that. Just keep that going for longer. Although this is not bad, because this kind of wrecks. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not planning on switching off fire for any time soon. But you know, let me... switch off aerial blast and bring back the wheel. Alright, and we are now 6 minutes in. Officially getting started. So guys, as we are beginning, now I've said it before, let me say it one more time. If you're watching this on Twitch, make sure you're following. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you're subscribed. Thank you. Here we go. Let's get back to the game proper.
She came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
Just spreading the word.
Start spreading the news.
So, the professor's
Hugo
got a soft side,
Kupka
has
is
she?
dead.
I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for no, not least of all Sid. Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tongs down at that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud.
Very well.
You know, yeah, I haven't been up there. Oh, new quests. Oh man, if I had done that, I could have done these quests off stream. God
Take a
dang
look
it.
at the list, do you? Anything catch your eye?
One in Sombrek,
Think you can help?
one in the desert. Okay. Had I just spoken with Otto.
I know what you're going to tell me. Thank you, Clive. Thank you.
No problem, Tarya. Anyone hear
Let me know
this?
if you find any books worth.
Oh, we've hundreds of them in the shelves. Why don't I show you around?
When it comes to boyish charm, Boots has an indomitable rival in Gav. One is the sweet little babe in arms to be cooed over. The other...
Alright.
I think Mid might need some help tidying up that.
I knew it was a good idea to have editors study alongside the children. It's really stoked their competitive spirit.
I have done it, Sid. I have learned all the letters. Every one.
Unalak, Livid, a Queen, and Goblins 3, but he... That's the back. Alright, let's check in with Mid.
If I don't come up with something soon. All right, Clive?
I'm going to visit Sid. and I thought you might like to come with
Sorry, I'm too busy. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack, so...
thermal.
Displacement
Nope,
stack.
no idea.
Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise.
The USS Enterprise.
Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those
Nope.
things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva, but the stack's a bit more involved. The thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the ship. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Good old Clive. First things first, I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of 3 major components.
Sure.
There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine.
So it uses no magic or crystals. It's all technical, so it shouldn't work in the dead,
And
the
shielding
bladed
around the
lands.
sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
a full suit of armor then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. I've got the designs and the... Show these to Blackthorn.
No, can do, mid. Can do.
Like Omeg.
Luckily, you don't need to.
You know, let's... Let's not get these 2 side quests as we are getting started.
My carpets.
The most fragrant herbs and spices.
Gone, just like that. And without so much as a by your leave.
What's the matter?
It's my apprentice. He up and vanished while my back was turned. I'd go and look for him myself, but I've got a bakery to run. Loath though I am to rely on the kindness of strangers, I'm at a loss.
I'll see what I can do.
I'll see what I can do.
Tell me about your
Where
apprentice.
he might have gone.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was off somewhere mooning at Drake's Fang. He used to work there, you see. Poor fool left his heart in its hollow.
All right.
Alright, let's fast travel to the draw. You know, there was a group, this is where I fought the 9 of Knives assassin. There was a whole group over here of, like, mourners.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Right here is where I fought the 9 of Knives. Yonk. Man, even without the mother crystal in it, it still looks dope. And I like how like a big chunk of it's missing in the back, and you could assume that's where Titan and Ifrit fought.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
The baker sent me to...
I am a sorry, selfish sod, aren't I? Certainly not a baker. Master must rue the day he took me. Time was the sight of the Fang used to calm my nerves. But now look at her.
I take it you missed the mother crystal.
I hated her, but she was all I knew. Worked her mines for years. And when she shattered, part of me shattered with her. I had to trade my pickaxe for a rolling pin. But I'm no good at baking. Every loaf I touch collapses. My bread's as hollow as I am. She was the only thing that could fill the hole inside me. Oh, I loved her, damn it. But now she's gone.
I mean, like, every
She'll
one
never
of the
come
miners
back.
was murdered by Oryx.
What am
It's
I
probably for the
supposed to
best.
do? I ask her, how does a shell of a man learn to live again?
Perhaps you could express yourself in your work. If you miss the Fang, maybe you could recapture it somehow.
Recapture it? I'm a baker. You know. You might
There you
just be
go.
right. I have to get back to the bakery, right?
Wait. Suppose you won't be needing an escort then.
Make a nice crunchy shell with a nice glowing cheesy interior, and he invents the calzone or something. I don't know.
My carpet.
Take a sniff, good sir.
There he is.
Ah, there you are. Though I worry you might have stoked the flames a little too high.
Master, it's ready. Behold the Drake's Balm. A truly unique...
Basically what I said, yeah.
I dare say.
Just look at it. Her steepled peaks, her fulsome spurs, her inviting hollow.
Hello.
True, my loaves collapse more often than not, but what's the Fang without... And look, inside. She's filled to bursting with a bounty of beautiful crystals. Salt! Master, I have found my purpose.
Well, if it tastes off as unique, not only is my apprentice back, but he's finally pulling his weight. With any luck, I might even have
Put different jellies in there.
my hands.
Yeah.
I don't know how you did it.
Or honey. To get to capture that gold color of the Alright, Lost Wing.
Good day to you, Sid.
Knows who I am. She has to die.
The crystals we get from the tailor.
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine.
So I did buy this one. Okay.
You're always welcome here in Lostwing.
Good to see you, Sid, as always. Master Quentin.
No, it's Quentin with a quest. It's Quentin's quest.
Clive, your timing is exquisite, as always. I have a concern.
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy figures having been sighted outside the village. Rustlings in the undergrowth, suspicious noises. It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves, understandable in the current climate.
Surfeit of
or
nerves.
It may be the prelude to something altogether more dangerous. Given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose for trouble, I wondered if you might investigate.
Of course.
Of course.
Excellent. You might begin by speaking with the good citizens of Lostwing.
All right.
Hello, Sid. Take a seat where you like.
Right. Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I'd better find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
You alright, Sid?
There is actually. Can I ask you something? Quentin tells me people have mentioned shadowy figures out in the woods.
Oh, that. I heard the rumours, mind, from the lads working over at the vineyard, but none of them has seen anything either.
All right.
The crystals we get from the tailor are all but worthless. It's not just...
I mean, hey, if we get the whole world bladed, no one can use magic, everyone becomes equal.
Do you have a moment? There's talk of suspicious figures in the woods. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary?
No, but I've heard something. Sound of scraping metal.
Where was this?
In Lorbert's Path. Was out foraging for herbs when I ran back here as quick as my legs would carry me.
I see.
Thank you, Cunning, ma'am.
Seems Lorbert's Pass is our best bet then.
Ah.
What do you say, Torgal? Shall we go and investigate?
Look at that. We didn't even have to talk to the third person. Way, Cutter's Gate, Lorbert's Pass. I'm betting it's like goblins.
Run like the wind. You there.
Fuck! He's seen us. Before they escape.
Fuck. He's seen us.
Black Shields.
It was so blunt.
What the hell are you doing here? What is it to you? Not that we give a damn. All that matters to us is that you don't leave here alive.
Nice.
Fire and flame!
Who are you curing?
Torgal, kill!
Boom, boom, shake the room. What are you gonna do about that? Fuck, they found us. They saw us standing here in the opening.
Why were they here? Were they planning an attack on Lostwing?
We wasn't even hiding behind trees. We were just kind of like, there. Yeah, like, didn't even hide. Made no efforts. Like, go like 30 feet that way and make a small camp, you know?
I can walk from here.
I'm just saying. If you're gonna lay an ambush, at least hide. Better. At all. I could go that way. There should be a staircase right into the... Well, it's a lot of people. Let's see if they have anything to say.
Word is, the Black Shields took a hiding at the hands of some bearers in the old duchy.
And who do you think they'll be taking that out on?
We heard about that. That was Old Hill, right? Old Hill?
Clive.
I found some Black Shields hiding near Lorbert's Path.
Black Shields. The Empress's former bloodhound, though they serve another master now. One who means to root out and destroy both me and those
Who
I care
do they
for.
serve?
And it would appear the pack has finally caught the...
Ooh.
And of its prey. Damn it all. I had hoped I would have more time than this. And bite back.
I'm sorry. Who did the Black Shield serve now?
Yeah.
And why would that person want you dead?
Because I want him.
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque. All that I have built here is for him.
I don't understand. Why him? Why Lostwick?
I suppose it is better that you know the truth. I was a member of the judiciary once. So sick
He was an imperial judiciary or judge?
This world, I swore to fight it.
Did he get a dope set of armor?
In my own
like 12?
small way. I saw more than a few corrupt officials condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless innocents.
Like Final Fantasy
Men
Tactics?
to whom the law was but a scourge to turn against the powerless. And throughout, it was the Lord Chief Justice who backed me, who was my one true ally in the quest to see justice done.
So what changed?
I discovered that he hunted bearers for sport. I was a fool to think
He did
shared
what?
my hatred of venality and vice. His support for me was no more than a facade, a means of ridding himself of his rivals, a mask to hide the rot beneath. I filed suit against him immediately. His response, however, was rather more visceral. He had my entire family slaughtered.
Oh,
He faced no punishment whatsoever.
Alright, my guy,
I
that's...
lost everything. My loved ones, my livelihood, my position, the faith I had once held that any modicum of justice might be achieved through the court. So I set about enacting my own. I tracked down every soul who served him and slit their throats myself.
Quentin, have you just been like a
Man
secret,
himself
edgy
proved
badass this whole time?
difficult target. With money and power come protection. And so I saw that I would need an army of my own. I came here to Lostwing and began recruiting like-minded individuals.
And everyone here knows this is why you do.
Of course. They too have lost loved ones to the bearer hunt, seen faultless friends sent to the gallows to spare the guilty. All under the watchful eye of the Lord Chief Justice. Our wounds are the same. And our cause is the same. We are comrades. And our revenge is already in motion.
Count me in.
We know where he hides, how numerous and well-trained his guard. What we did not know until now, however, was that his plans may already be in motion.
Quentin.
Our time is short. He may move against us at any moment, unless we move against him first.
You've supported me.
Friends and comrades, it begins. Make ready for war.
Alright, Quentin. Where did this come from? Got a black blood out of it. Cool. Can I just keep serving you? Is there more quests here?
I'm not going to change his mind.
That his lordship's vultures should be found circling the village can mean only one thing. That he means to strike at us before we can strike at him. There is no time to lose. The final stage of our plan must be put into motion.
Count me in. I'm just saying, like... Of all the Alliance that I've gathered, the Dame, the Guardians of the Flame, I've known Quentin the longest.
Welcome. You've a keen eye. An excellent choice.
Breath of Fire Race.
Thank you. That's the best I can do.
right. If all of my alliance get quests, hopefully I'll get more out of it. Like, hopefully I'll get, like, a quest for the Dame.
Blackthorn.
A quest for Martha.
Out with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. Spare myself the arse. Go on then.
She said you would know.
And how to build a set of thermal plating to dissipate heat from a mithril engine. Do I have to go like FS7 and go find mithril caves?
Krieger's teeth. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make, and I'll need help. Get Gav and Otto in here.
All right.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave.
And, what is it we need to do?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual sword grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about, which is where you lot come in. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Velcroy. Stardust. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock.
Well, we'll get it done. One of us should probably give you an hand coat in the sack.
And the other can go and get the rest from this.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where.
Letting off steam 1.
Up to you who you take to the desert. I mean, Gav's good in the fight. You don't have my winning personality.
Ah, don't listen to him. You'll be in the lowest of low company with either of us.
You going after the stuff? Which one of these two?
Gav, you're with...
All right, then. So, where do we find this stardust stuff?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that...
Southern reaches of the Velcroy, eh?
No problem.
I'll go and scout the place out. See about hiring us a what?
All right.
While you're off having a paddle, I'll pick up the rest of this stuff from...
You two, eh? Don't go letting them fleece you.
Fleece me?
I don't know. Maybe I should have taken Otto. I could have seen what Otto would have been like in a fight.
Sounds like this river we're looking for is south of the Dalamil Inn. I'll hire us a wagon and meet you there.
I'll get us a good price. Is that what you want to worry about?
A crystal too?
You're joking.
It's no joke. Drake's fang is gone.
Dang rat. Ubor? Yeah. Sid II, I trust you will forgive me for putting you and your dear uncle to the test. I am confident that a man of your position can understand the importance of earning one's trust, especially in times like these. For what it's worth, you now have earned mine, and I can assure you it shall not be easily relinquished. May this be the start of a fruitful relationship. Ruzena. Ruzena Dalamil. Head to the inn. So it'll probably be in South Parava. Because the river does cut through there. Oh, it's South Velcro Desert, not the fields of Carafa. To be fair, the river does cut through here too. Yeah. I mean, this is
Looks
the
like
river.
I found the river. Now where's Gav? Sorry to keep you, Gav.
Better late than never. I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best bet. Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in Dalamil, and they seem to think it was worthless. But if Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get.
That lizard just vanished.
We shall.
I don't think I've ever been down this way. I did find an abandoned fishing village.
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me.
Hmm. Hmm. Close. Where? Like... I mean, like... Oh, there, okay. That was surprisingly irritating.
That should be enough for now.
Hey, how you doing today? What's up? Just, chilling, playing some 16. First playthrough, so I'm taking my time, enjoying it. He's got a big old bag. He's clearly winning.
You finished?
Enough.
Oh, that might even be enough for old Blackthorn. Hey,
No way.
before
He's
we
got way
go,
more than I did. He's
do
got
you
a...
mind if we have a chat?
Hey, what's up? See, now I'm curious what the auto version of this would have been. I do have a save file. I can create a second
Feels
save
like
file.
ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
There was a lot to work out.
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain. Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other. You can take a day off, you know.
Says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you.
Oh. Gav has really grown on me a lot since his first appearance. And he's just like, oh, he's a really good spy. He can sniff out trouble.
Right. That's enough soppy shite for one day. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his hammer at someone.
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, I plan to, after Blackthorn gets what he needs.
No fights. I was hoping we get to see, like, we'd get to fight alongside Gav again. I mean, we fought alongside Gav when we, we're retaking Rosalith Castle. Can't go this way yet. Alright, so the first quest was between Otto and Gav. Hopefully, like, I get to pick different teams. So what I'm gonna do... create a new save file.
Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs.
Thanks to Sid.
I heard what you told Nan about Kupka.
All right, Clive. I gave all that stardust to Blackthorn.
I got everything Blackthorn asked for. How'd it go over in Dalimil?
Yeah, solid.
Blackthorn, got everything you need?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
We should go out on maneuvers together more often. You know, it beats sneaking around on your Todd all the time.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together. It'll take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting...
Thank you, Blackthorn.
40 reputation. And a goblin coin, and black blood, and a gill bug. So that's good money right there.
Give us a shout if you...
Let's see.
What do I have to eat to grow as tall as you, Mr. Stelts?
I love you, Jack. And always making new animal friends.
I went up to give some greens to the chocobo, and do you know what it did? Only went and bloody bit me.
Could be nasty. You should ask Tyre to have a look at that.
Is the chocobos here? I know they're not down in the backyard. Like, is Ambrosia here somewhere, or does Ambrosia living his best life somewhere?
He hasn't been her usual self lately. Hardly ever see her with a smile. She's always down in that dungeon of hers, muttering away.
I mean, I think the airship was definitely the right move for a location. But, like, that one looks kind of cool. It's like an island to live on, like, inside the hollows, because it has, like, a nice dome ceiling.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in. Why would anyone want to do that?
I have done it, Sid. I have learned all.
I knew it was a good idea to have editors study alongside the children. It's really
The Book of Sums.
stoked their competitive spirit.
The alphabet for this region.
I think Mid might need some help tidying up that workshop.
Catch your death sleeping out here.
I know. I'm too full.
I hear you've been busy making friends, Sid. Your predecessor had the same idea. Why? He even extended the hand of friendship to me.
My fellow prisoner.
But twice.
Who are you, suspicious character? I want to know more.
Lovely breeze, isn't it?
Sitting here, eating good bread, in good company. Can life get any better than this?
I guess in terms of like sheer surface area, you got the multiple tiers.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent.
So,
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
salvage from the ruins.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exact... What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name?
You should get to know the
Talk
people.
to her back there. You know, thingy. She'll tell you exactly which bits of which ruin we need. You...
Oh, Sid.
Yeah.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the
Up top.
Mithril engine, in which Mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far, in other words,
Okay.
the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic, and not only... Why? If...
You can stop there. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's
Oh,
Pass.
we were just there.
The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking...
I see. Would that help?
Oh, I'll gather my tea.
There's another 40 reputation. Dang it. I was literally just in Lorbert's Pass.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
Oh, they're getting ready for war? Are these all... Yep, they're moving all the bears out to protect them. Man. All the people are gone.
You know what you have to do.
I won't let you down.
That his lordship's vultures should be found circling the village can mean only one thing.
Ready? We leave at once.
I'm so intrigued as to this story. Can I help? I want to. Like, everyone is gone. This is fascinating. And the music has taken a dark turn here in Lostwing. They are ready for war.
Come, my children, the reckoning is nigh.
The guard here is gone. Curious.
Good girl.
Flying kick!
Straight home now.
All yours, Torgal.
Helena?
Oh, there you are, Sid.
Helena handbasket? What do you
Thanks
need?
so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there.
Of course.
There's a creature defending them. A lone goblin. No.
Anybody home?
There's a chest there. It looks kind of messed up, so it looks like I've opened it. Ooh.
This must be our unwanted visitor.
It's a relative of the Ahriman.
To go. Too slow.
There we go. Good. There you go. So now my gouge and my thing, we're setting it off. It's a really fun combo. So there's a chest there that I didn't open, so let's open that up as soon as...
Things I do for
Sid!
you shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed.
All right.
Eye of the Warrior, increased strength tonic durations. I don't really use strength tonics. I have defense tonics and healing.
Your work is done, Sid.
No, the chest was right here. Yeah? Yeah. Meteorite, hey, I won't say no to that. Solid crafting material. Let's keep powering through. We got one more to go. Hopefully it has another 40 reputation reward. In which case we have just leaps and bounds on this,
Hugo Kupka's dead, isn't he?
We're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
Are you still running round after Mid? Oh, you poor bastard.
Ain't so bad stretching your legs once in a while. Should do it more often.
Okay.
I think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Alright, mid, part 3.
Helena has recovered the material for the helm.
Excellent.
And just one remaining.
Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
It's gonna be in Sambrek.
Is enough to stop
Is
the
my
engines
no
going pop.
Rosaria,
Those things will
my
still be
guess.
spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shields, a prism for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the brine. I need something light.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that. Obviously, I've got all the details written down. Can you take this to him?
Ask other people for help, Mid. You don't need to do everything on your own.
I've been going round in circles trying to find something sturdy enough to withstand the fire.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures.
What can I get you, Sid?
Already ordered it around for the hall after I defeated Hugo Kupka. That was my reward for them. For besting Titan and destroying a crystal.
Don't be a stranger, Sid.
Thanks to Sid, the man who hurt your mother.
Harpocrates.
For you, Clive?
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Thermal shielding covered in question marks.
Shielding for a mithril engine. What are these notes?
She has some specific requirements for the materials, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it, as you can imagine.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution.
Perhaps. It is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine. At timber and steel, and yet we have.
But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew.
So we don't need a
It is said to be
shielding.
able to
We can
resist even
temper
the most
the
ferocious
exterior
flames.
with Moondew.
Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them if you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients. I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effective. The knowledge of the past may yet.
Thank you. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
Taria and Jill.
So you need a hand?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need.
Like the other can assist me in research.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's get...
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research.
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. We could have done with some of that on Drustinus.
I doubt I would have survived that place with or without it. A trip to Northreach, though, I think either of us could handle.
In Sombrick?
Clive.
Okay.
Who will accompany?
I'll take Taria. I haven't really traveled with her.
All right. So, what are we fetching?
I have taken the liberty of...
Garlic. Concho. Are you sure this is the... Looks like the ingredients for someone's supper.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease.
Well...
All right.
I'll see you later, Clive.
Good luck with your research.
Harpocrates and I'll look after things here.
My thought process here is I haven't really traveled with Taria. And I want Jill to get as much rest as possible, because we know the curse has spread on her body. Following our mission,
No.
destroy Drake's
Where's
breath.
Talia?
Slavers don't even... There's two...
How the hell is anyone supposed to afford that price?
Things would have been different at the Mother Knot cracked. Keep them pilgers nice and chilled.
Need to stock up on
I'll have
these.
you spoiling another...
There you are, Talia.
Ah, and there you are. We shouldn't have any problems finding what we need in a... But if time is of the essence, perhaps we should split it?
All right.
Let's see now. Why don't you take the garlic and the pepio nuts? Meet me by the gate when you've got...
What do you want?
Pepio nuts, an edible fruit of the pepio plant, is prized by chocobo breeders Although the superstition that it lends a stud bird additional stamina seems largely wounded on its blushing, swollen form than any quantifiable results.
And good riddance.
What a charmer.
All anyone ever wants anymore is water grape. How am I supposed to make a living?
Fresh cuts! Come and get them before they're gone.
Up! You'll not find a bruised pippin in the bushel.
The clothier.
You haven't much, but you're free to look.
Elementary alliums are a hallmark of Sombrequois cuisine, so much so that a tradition for the emperor to award honorary titles in response to the supervising them. Cultivation in the White Worm Castle kitchens, the so-called Garlic Knight among them.
I trust it's all here. Good day.
I want to fight the Garlic Knight. I want to meet the Garlic Knight of the Sombrequois kitchen.
Here since sunrise, and not a single bottle sold. Well, did you find it?
I did.
Garlic and Pepio nut. We should get this back to Tomes. But we're not in too much of a rush. Do you know, I think this is the very first time we've been out on an errand together.
I think you might be right.
In all the years since you and that scowl of yours first appeared, you haven't invited me out once. For shame.
Yeah, that's shameful.
Well, it seemed long
Taya's kind of a baddie.
And you did say you had some shopping to do.
I was hoping to restock my supplies of herbs and liniment, yes. You and Jill alone burned through them like wildfire. No luck, though. My usual supplier's not here, and I refuse to pay the prices these gougers charge.
I'll ask Karen when we get back. What is it?
Oh, just memories. I came here with Sid once, shopping for supplies. And just like today, I came away empty-handed. Sid even said he'd speak to Karen for me when we got back. Has it really been 5 years? I remember it as if it was yesterday. Hold on. Does that mean it's been 5 years since we met? Feels a lot longer.
It does. In a good way, of course.
I like
Thank
Taya.
you, Taya.
For what?
For everything. I just want you to know that all you've done for us, all you still do, it's appreciated.
Do you think I'd stick around if I thought it wasn't? But in the spirit of sharing and caring, you're appreciated too.
A sweet, tender little moment.
Well, I think we've tarried long enough. I ought to get these ingredients back to Tomes. I'll meet you back at the hideaway.
All right.
I heard you the first time.
I was kind of hoping, again, I'd get to fight alongside. Makes sense. What fighting style would Otto and Tarja have? Gav uses a scimitar, we know. Or no, a saber. Gav uses a saber. I could see Tarja being like a poisoner. Like the assassins we fought in Dhalmekia. Like her, like, spraying poison dust.
I wonder how Harpocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
Hey.
What Don't just stand there gawping. Try not to get yourself killed, eh?
Get new supplies for Tarja.
Thanks to Sid, the man who...
Welcome home. He had a successful trip. Ah, better late than never. We're ready to...
How's work on the shielding progressing, Hippocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarja how we might best go about preparing the Moondew. And now that we have all the ingredients...
You can count on me.
What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work.
Of course.
Oh, and Clive. It was good to talk. We should do it again sometime.
It appears our work here is almost at an end.
Thanks, H-Town.
I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the Moondew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other, followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you.
Now, all told, I've gotten 120 reputation from this.
Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
And a lot of the rewards have been monetary based. Black Blood, Gill Bugs. I feel like the whole purpose of this mission was to help you restock on like ability points from the Renown counter, the Patron's Whisper, and get some money to buy supplies. I feel like that's been a large portion of this. Troops are messing on the border.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts?
Yeah, we were just at like 440 or 470. If we were at 470. Any claim they wish to change the world, few take actions. You're an inspiration, a nameless patron. For those who strive to lighten the burden born on Crystal's cursed. But if we are to survive the coming storm, we must stay together, bearer and brother, as you have shown us a friend in Northreach.
All yours.
The next one gets to be the High Cleric's Medallion, so it's a big boost to healing, I'm gonna guess.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
That's the laundry. It's at the bottom of the drinking water, and that's all the water that's being returned back to the lake. No, the lake's still pretty far below us.
I think Mid might need some help.
Might just be like a reservoir then. Don't have results soon.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid, but you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is under...
You found something...
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then. Better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer.
Are we gonna get our own boat? The Enterprise? Named for the HMS Enterprise initially.
Smithing game. I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stack.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take...
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find.
It was a little giggle. It's like a friggin' jackhammer. It sounds like creaking metal and Sometime later. God, it's massive. What are we supposed to do with it? It's gonna be inside of a boat, powering the ship.
Finished. It's finally finished.
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn. That's one down and just 3 more to...
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, Isa. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydream. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown, searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want
To be an
I
explorer?
want people to sail aboard her by choice, in a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
That's Sid.
I'm working on that, and I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you all? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans. I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave when...
I was. And you can come too.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming.
Aye, aye, Captain.
It's a thermal stack.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Really? That's a ship. Let's sail it round the lake.
Is that you done then? Mid's not roped you into building the rest of the board, has she?
Ooh. There's a plus sign. That's always good. Plus signs always give me bonuses.
Here, Sid.
Owen.
Reckon you might be just the man to help me out.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit it is. Bung in a solution you want splitting, and it will separate it out, just like that. Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities, which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off.
Why not?
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and...
Proper.
So what exactly do you...
Nothing but bomb ash'll do. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university. You pour the blackest blight water from it. So, and do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king.
I take it...
I saw a billet on. Would have gone myself, but...
All right.
Thank you, Coin.
I have to kill a bomb king? But hopefully, if I can distill potions, I can get more potions, finally. Not that I've really used a lot of them. There's only been a few scenarios, mostly specific boss fights and hunts that drive me to use multiple. Bomb Kings of B. At the Croc in Sombrec, Kurzberger, aiming for the Imperial chase, took a wrong turn into a nearby wood, discovered the ruins of a fallen airship, and within a beast akin to a great ball of fire that chased just screaming from the grove. He identified the creature with an almanac of echoes, but was firm in her insistence that the bomb she saw was 10 times the size.
How are you doing? Quick look. Always something in there.
All right, Clive. Mid finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl do anything. No excuses.
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of.
She said that?
She.
Clive, were you born yesterday or something? There is no... She'll probably be halfway to Canva, but...
Mid.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Oh, Tet and Bro are here too. All the kids are looking at the chimney stack.
Impressive, isn't it?
He cracked the crystal too.
Oh. Oh. Oh! I was thumbing through the hideaway ledgers at Otto's behest. Might have come across something you might,
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto?
Something I don't know with this hound.
What could be wrong with Torgor?
Open 10 letters at the reading table. Cheers for Dragon Blackthorn out of the dumps the other day. Thing is, I reckon he's gone and thrown himself back in, judging by the droop of his jowls. Maybe these other demons jabbing at the pitchforks into his privates. Now you're a busy bloke next time. Alright, help Black. Thorn again.
Nothing.
Blacksmith Blues 2.
I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgor?
So you can read. But I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treat. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at him. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on somewhat else. You've not been working him too hard.
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a
What was it you said he was? A frostwolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things happen, differences. Perhaps Hippocrates knows.
Instead of everything, you mean?
Blackthorn. Do you have a Not
really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on, and you might still be doubting your craft. Even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Perhaps sharing your thoughts might...
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, you've got a keen eye, argue. He's just, well...
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. The edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's...
No. Not troubling me exactly.
And if you knew how to do, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it.
I'll see what I can. Sharper swords are always welcome, and we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know, but I can't say I'm not grateful.
Thank you.
Okay.
Let's see what Karen knows about this sword.
We got a katana or something? I mean, like, I have a single-edged blade right here. Hi again, Karen. I just talked to you, but I'll talk to you again.
What do you want?
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn.
Running around after him?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that.
Little wonder. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, which made it nice and easy finding a back.
Can you tell me who bought it?
You think I tell people in my class? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me. Fine. If you stop mooning at me like Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and he's got more money than sense. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left it.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh. And he's a touch eccentric.
I appreciate the warning.
Gonna run through these people.
Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgal.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost
Maybe
his
he needs some more cold, or maybe he has a change in appetite because
She
he
says he's
needs
hardly been
more,
touching
or
his bones of late, and she believes
different
it may
kinds
have
of food.
something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right. Though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow, and I see no reason why a frostwolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient.
Magic bones.
Frostwolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that.
I don't recall ever seeing any of that.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida.
Even so.
Good hunting.
Talk to Obelisk in a second. I gotta talk to Goat first.
The Enterprise will have 4 Mithril engines, each needing its own displacement stack. So just 3 more like this, and we'll be finished.
She was building a ship.
Really?
Goat.
Clive.
That's why I'm here.
Shh. I don't want you listening. A little. Listen. I've some bad news. It turns out the Hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders, and it's maybe my fault. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. I can straighten it out, I swear, but I'm gonna need help keeping it from...
Be late for that.
There you are!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what, and instead of coming straight to, you get Clive to come to you, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. Well?
Oh, just Martha. And the Dane.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million each.
So 500
That's the bulk of the money
talents.
we used to rebuild the Hideaway, you see, and well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Is 5 million gil.
Those ledgers were my responsibility, and it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is my fault.
Do we have that
So
much to
every
hide?
talent
I
is
can always ask my uncle.
is 1,000 gil.
We don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides,
All right. Is there anything I can do?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Mark?
Rocks.
Rocks, he said. A little something Sid and I set aside, and I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies.
I'm sure they...
But you know how it is with this place.
I know.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because he has to...
You'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you.
Yes. Well...
Don't worry.
Really?
No. I don't.
How did you lose us 5 million gil apiece? You're trash.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build? Yeah. He said it was some sort of chimney stack.
Must be quite a fireplace.
Obolus, have you seen Mid?
You stole my boat?
Yep. In a boat. You in a hurry at all, are ya? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Got some life in her. But anyway, I was on my way up to see you. Got a letter for urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post bleeding haste.
Thank you, Obolus.
Don't mention it.
Everyone needs help.
Tidings, Uncle.
My dear boy, the journey to Kanvar has been a resounding success. The friend I mentioned not only agreed to share the contents of his strongbox with us, but his considerable knowledge of the goings-on in the free cities, by which I learned of the endeavors of a young friend of yours. Though I, for one, believe Miss Telemon's project to be quite the valiant enterprise, I doubt the Convarian authorities will take kindly to the unauthorized use of their dockyards, no matter how deserted. And if rumor has already reached my friend, it may not be long before the guild masters are rapping at our door. Which is why I pen you this note. I would like to borrow your man Gav for a moon or two, that he might keep watch on those who might mean our little fellowship ill, and warn us of an impending attack.
Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on me.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing but next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun, just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses wait.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while I go?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regard.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us. She's got some things to take care of.
I hope she's telling the truth.
Alright. Sid's Legacy. Genshin updated. 10:30 at night. They'll probably be doing Genshin tomorrow. It's Sid's theme.
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. I'll say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead.
I don't know if I believe that.
Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Oots. Oh, and Lady Karen.
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The Blight marches on. And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
Which means we're going to end in Drake's spine in Wally.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
Thanks, Don.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan.
I think it's great. We get to travel with
the
Goots.
Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass, and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things, and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav,
Already on my way, Captain.
be careful.
Aren't I always?
What about Torgal? Is he coming with us? Being watched.
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
Why? Man. All right. Let's reload. There. I can just skip all those. Oh no. Alright, so we gotta complete a little bit more of the story before we can hand in all of these friggin' side quests. I'm gonna take a very quick bio break. And then we will make off for this other part of Dhalmekia. Latney's Cliff, which I assume is gonna get us to Randala. Just give me a moment. Alrighty. Alright. Okay, so this is on the area above. I traveled through Dracos Deep, found an abandoned fishing village and Curtis Tread, and looked up, and there was this big path above me that I could not access. A narrow pass to the otherwise impassable mountains, thought to have been torn from the rock by the very gods themselves. Bum, 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 bum. Onward.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
Good job, Torgal.
Get it, boy.
And there you go. Okay. Northreach is payback, Isabel. I believe this is the only thing I have. And I have to go down to the Croc. Or the King Bomb.
Citizens are free to come and go as they please. Checkpoint's open to all.
He sounds so bummed about that.
Did you hear? The gates to Heavenhall in the area were breached by someone.
I want to see you again tonight, but the captain's late with her.
What am I going to do without Sweetwater and Olive Talc?
Milady.
Gift?
One of the 3 brilliant gemstones acquired and set aside by Cid for a rainy day. Otto now deems that day has arrived and wishes to use the rubies to pay off 3 outstanding debts.
Oh my.
Otto asked me to give it to you to settle the Hideaway's debt with the vet and to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me. I thought you might finally be warming.
Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. The man owes me nothing. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely.
You once told me Cid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake, and for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetch. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the Hideaway are the closest thing.
Otto's son? I'll check all that stuff in a sec.
Otto had a son.
Yeah. We've been together for 5 years and I didn't know that.
Long ago. Yes. Cid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy.
Is he a bear?
And blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened. Whether there was anything he could have done. But it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
Because that would make sense why he's supporting a bear movement.
How could you have? Besides Cid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that.
Okay. Goots. Proud bearer of Trader's Pass that allows him to travel freely across the realm. Indispensable in completing errands that Karen sets him. His latest task, journey to the Crystalline Dominion in the company of Clive and Jill. Buckled, a busy market town on the northeastern coast of Dhalmekia, known as the Thousand Tables. Its streets throng with merchants from across the realm. And I've already seen the Isle of Ark. Alright, let's travel to the Dragon's Eyrie. Then ride down. There's nothing in Heaven's Hall yet. It's probably another quest for another time.
Come on. All right.
For a gate. That's Heaven's Hall. Which again, I'll double check, but I don't think...
Back to the stables, girl.
Yeah, nothing at Heaven's Hall. So let's head north along this path. I have been here, yes. And I did specify that this is going to be a boss arena. Bomb King!
Look what we have here. Greetings, Your Majesty.
He doesn't have a break meter. Nope. Oh dear. That did more than I thought it was going to. Alright. Probably should have healed.
Ready, go? Faster! Time to fight.
Excuse me, good sirs. While I am enjoying the story, I do miss consistent party members. I feel like that was one of the main strengths of 15, the really close core crew.
No need to ride from here. Why am I doing this?
Good. Good. We're doing some wrecking right now. Harry semi-prime finished. Bomb Ember.
Your reign is over. Now to collect the ash. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more. That should do it. If Hawaii needs more than this, he can fetch it himself.
Alright, I don't think I need anything else in Sombrek. Martha's Rest had 1. Fireworks. Happy 4th of July. It's the, not to date the video, but yeah. My noise suppressor should block it, but just in case you're picking up the sound of fireworks. I live right near Giant Stadium. Big fireworks show yesterday and today.
I wasn't expecting. It seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin, and though I doubt it's what you were expecting.
A star ruby? It's worth at least twice what you owe me.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out, I charged that much. Anyway, why are you the one here asked bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts and...
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as all. Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander. Word is, he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement. And rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you. And don't we all? That, and you keep good company.
Gob will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
Suppose now I have to find someone who can actually afford a star ruby.
Give me 1 sec, guys. Popping off out here. Beautiful. It's cool. It's popping off out there. All right, now.
Stay sharp.
What are you after?
Buy another.
Thanks very much. That all, is it?
Okay. So there's one other thing I can try. Right by here. And it's in Cressida. Like, I'll deal with mobs in my own time.
Well, it's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place. I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal?
Zap the crap out of these guys. Dope.
There's a good boy. I'm hurt, Torgal. To me, boy.
Okay. So we got plenty of Elder Antelope bones for Torgal to feast on.
Will it be enough? I say that answers my question, which means we owe the lawsman our thing. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back.
Alright. So now we're gonna drop a save point up here on the northern edge of town. And all right. Because there's one enemy that was up here. I still think I'm still a little underleveled, but it's fine. Right there. And I don't think I had Jill with me last time. So this is good. My Atlas S rank. He does this twice.
There's a little more life left in it.
Now the second time. Okay, not bad. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. This is the big blade? Good. Good. Okay, now it's the 2 drops. There you go, baby. Good. Go. Good. 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 Almost there. Yes. Woo! Got him. 17,000 experience. $120 ability, 20,000 gil, 50 reputation, and orichalcum for crafting. There was a time when orichalcum was so abundant that it was used in everything from armor and weapons to coins to cutlery. However, when the twins' only orichalcum mine was finally exhausted, the trading price for a noble metal increased tenfold, causing people to hoard what they had. Rarer than even adamantite. And fallen iron.
Back to sleep with you.
Head back to Dalimil. We'll meet Ignak, who's the last quest, and this is the one for, hopefully.
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
Oh no.
Back again, are you? Any more trouble and you'll be barred for life, however deep your friend's pockets might be.
The whole Mother Crystal gone. What are we gonna do?
Here, calm yourself.
Oh, it's this guy.
Listen, we don't know for sure. I've
This is
got
good.
This theory. The Fallen. I don't think they all fell. Some of them are still living among us. You could be one of them.
I could be one of
them. One of them.
Welcome. If you're hoping for a bed, I'm afraid you'll have to look elsewhere. One of our wealthier patrons has purchased the use of every room, hoping to keep out the riffraff, as he puts it.
Kicking down doors. The only room that was...
will be ruined. Calm yourself, Lord Ignak, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion.
Out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be...
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been for...
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignak. Would you mind step...
I've come to speak with Lord Ignak.
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? No. That's just...
Oh, this is for the blade.
Is.
Never mind, this is for the blade.
The morning's events have left him somewhat...
King Bomb was for
fractious.
The
He's been
potions.
dispossessed of his luggage, you see.
I don't suppose a certain blade was a single-edged sword.
Ah.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luck.
You are but to state it.
Want an audience with Lord Ignac.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse.
I don't suppose you saw with the thieves.
I did not. No. Though some every...
I know where the bandit's bed is. I know exactly where that is. North of town.
Good girl.
Faster!
Usually, because I've been grinding in the desert, there's a quintet of wild hounds that have made their home in the bandit's bed. Surprise scorpions. No, so there's another treasure in a dune that's surrounded by surprise scorpions.
company. Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off.
There you go. The innkeeper has been slain.
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right.
I didn't bring a cart. I should have brought a cart. Ugh. Yeah, we gotta carry it back by hand.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effect. What shall I call you?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for
a few moments of your time.
You're a peculiar.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged...
Oh, Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get... It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique... They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blade. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack on a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Why, they use a whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone which a mineral quite foreign to this great... And that, Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to... Take this, the very stone and a fire.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion.
I am locked in... I am one.
There you go.
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Byron Rosfield. And is a perennial thorn in my side. Farewell, Wyvern. Redeem!
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Coming, my lord.
So it's a sword that's sharpened with special stones to such a precise
Uncle
edge.
Byron to find such an interesting rival.
And it shatters instantly upon use, but it only needs to be used
Let's
once.
see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone.
Okay, so I got 4 quests to turn in, plus probably 1 or 2 rewards to be recovered.
I don't know where Sid gets the energy.
No. Or where Mid gets her ideas. She had him building a giant chimney stack of all things.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off. So, Molly's that'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right. Now we know what you're after. I can see about getting some.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later.
5. Short of slaying a behemoth or a Kuril or bison, a minotaur or adamantize, one would be hard pressed to find a larger leg bone.
You can, aye. In return, you can thank Tomes.
I was just on my way to see.
Well, don't just stand there gawping. I don't know many fleshers who deal in cuts that size. Go on, then. You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here.
Sorry for but hopefully you'll agree it was what?
You learned something about that sword, then?
I did better than that.
The Sundered Whetstone. A slab of rock quarried on the southern continent, its unparalleled hardness makes it perfect for sharpening blades, forged from all manner of minerals from bronze to adamantite.
Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valesty.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valesthian steel, with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, now.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted. Just
there we go.
Don't push yourself too hard.
I've been working day and night since I was half your age. Hey, thanks, Clive. I owe you one. August 2.
You'll be happy to hear you said.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name. You come and find me when you've got the material.
Right?
6900 reputation. Excalibur design draft for crafting the sword Excalibur. Oh boy.
Back, are ya? So, what'll it be?
I gotta see. Well, I can already make it.
No scratches, right? Anything else?
Look at that blade.
He cracked the crystal too.
Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talent. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in...
About how she somehow woke the power with...
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. But one which raised certain questions in my mind. The Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone. And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature.
What do you suggest?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one Icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the Icons hitherto near at
4
hand,
icons have blessed him.
at poor, have been diverse and plenty, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
Awesome. Increases Torgal's attack proficiency. Henry Cavill's Fang. Legendary King, started by the realm's greatest heroes.
Ugh, I'm never drinking it.
We need to find a way into Drake's tail.
Hugo Kupka's dead, isn't he?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Good. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, but she was just too stubborn. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't Saya.
I'm sure you were as tactful as it.
How are you doing? Quick look. Always something, isn't there?
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon.
I need 5 more.
Best of luck out there, Cid.
Cool. So we took care of our first S-class beast.
When it comes to boyish charm,
I think Mid might need some help.
Owain?
All right there. How's that hunt?
I have it here.
Acts as an immensely potent
stuff.
filter.
And plenty of it too. You're a gent, Cid. Right then, let's get this contraption.
What bonus do I accrue from this?
The Telemon Alembic. And it works just
very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder.
There's no...
Don't be... Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potion.
What kind of...
Yep.
We happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Alembic that I thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Ah, I reckon if we slap a bit on...
Well...
That's the spirit!
We can fit more potions. Yes.
Well?
It certainly feels more...
Right?
Thank you.
No, for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. And I'm telling you...
Weird science. Chef's kiss. I can now have 6 potions, 4 high potions, and 3 of each tonic. Hey, I'm going to Karen anyway.
I knew it was a good idea to have editors study alongside the children.
I went up to give some greens to the
Lady Carrot tells me you weren't happy. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gift. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince? Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest. Where'd you even get this? A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell.
Continental Bell?
I hear you ended up delivering all 3. Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I paid.
Speaking of which,
Oh! So you remember what's owed to you, then? Get your ass be...
I've seen that before.
Yeah, yeah. Plenty of time. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit, or because the filthy soul couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
I knew so little about...
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
But
how long did you know Sid before?
Before he died. 20 summers. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship. Which is where I met him.
We're getting some auto lore.
Port passage to...
Inside lore.
Oh, forget where. And having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking Island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close. Promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was... before fate stepped in. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day. And there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family?
My family were the ones who summoned the constable. Wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him. And I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left in my heart. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Threw away everything he had. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth.
Wow. God damn. Ooh, Sid flashback with Otto, Tarja, Karen, Kenneth.
He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. I saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone.
Yeah.
But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right.
Awesome.
And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
This is really heartwarming.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather goat were at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
Yep, I'm gonna put it in my study.
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
And that's gonna be the new item in our room. And so we did push over the next thing. Sid's goblet, displayed in Clive's chambers.
How may I help you today, Clive? Is everything we've received and everything promised?
The great goddess Griegutter teaches us to walk with this wretched act of greater good. Oh, to walk with the wretched is an act of greater good. If we are to accept the truth, then we could not rightly call one who follows this path an outlaw.
Here you are. Best of luck out there, Sid.
You, might want to give that thing a rinse. Can't claim it's what Sid would have wanted, but even he wasn't right about everything.
Ah.
Mid told me she was building a
Alright, now let's... An awful lot of exploration this stream. It's fine though. No? Got friggin' Excalibur on our back.
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars, till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed.
That's the abandoned fishing village.
Today.
Fun to explore. And I think at the very end down there, I think I fought a Quirtle.
It's over.
So what do you think?
That we'd be
The
lucky.
cell swords.
Really? It's as bad as that.
Svetko
Oh, aye.
and
There's trouble up
Jonas.
ahead.
I take it there's
What about this fearsome looking?
Oh, no doubt. Well met, friend. My brother and I...
How does a merchant...
Oh, the man's a coward.
He sent the two of us to...
My brother's right on all accounts. And by...
We may have seen our share of action.
You, however, chances are...
I'll help you deal with bandits.
Clearly got a fine head.
We're lucky now. Hoping to make a heavy purse in Boklad. Reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee if we don't find the...
All right.
No. You just put an end.
All right, we're Boklad bound.
I'm not sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take care of them.
Look lively, you lot. We've got guests.
These must be our bandits.
The Desert Djinn. Good. There you go.
That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart?
Yeah, I could definitely see those two guys who hired us getting stomped.
Getting all of this out of here.
Seems we've found us.
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathe.
And how exactly will you be?
You leave that to us.
After you've done your part.
A reward? Thank you kindly.
It's been a pleasure.
There's no need to be so. What if we want his help?
Now piss off. Screw you.
You've had your rewards and you're not getting any more.
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold at least. The path continues on the other side.
Dude, there's big old holes all over the place. Oh no. Good. Perfect. Will we see the town as we crest over? We're getting a nice little cutscene, so hopefully. Ooh. The final sin, the Dhalmekian Republic.
So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods.
Zemeckis.
It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths...
Battle at Final Valley?
Perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Bearers and what else?
Dominance and bearers.
Oh, okay.
To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men.
And now we're living it.
Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
Alright, far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
The Boklad is that way?
It's about us.
What's the big city over there?
Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
Okay. Zemeckis Falls, cavity in the earth located in the steps of the forgotten desolate coastal region on eastern Dhalmekia, despite the fact that for centuries seawater from the Strait of Altha had flowed into the plumbless crater without cease. It shows no sign of filling. The tragic tale that came to be known as the Sin of Zemeckis. Formed with 5 smaller nation states. Capital Randala. Ooh, cutscene. Seat of the Imperial Court. Audience Chamber, Imperial Palace.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able.
Emperor Emeritus.
The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it. And I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news.
He's a weird
Leon.
little creep.
Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Greager, made flesh. Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power.
Oh, I can't wait to kill this guy.
Father.
Kill a loser emperor, a weird kid, and a terrible mother.
I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
What?
You trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sambrek, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else is heresy. Sire, forgive me. This audience is over. Come, your radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
She needs to die. She needs to die so badly. We need to kill her.
The Boklab markets are to the north. We just need to hug them. Post. Come on.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well trained and increasingly battle-hardened. But it's not as if we can wait for the siege to end.
Yeah, I got it, baby. Ooh, 41496 is a new record. 41496. 39,084 was my previous record. There you go. Coming out of nowhere and attacking me, you pain in the ain't. Took us.
Ready, go? Yeah!
They've closed the road to Randalar.
If the siege breaks, they'll need more than this to stop the Imperial legions marching on the capital.
Oh, I'm done for. If I can't get these goods to Randalar, how will I pay for my bread?
We'll just have to beg for it, like everyone else fleeing the fall of the Fang. The whole world's gone to hell.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't got a pass, you're not getting through.
Please.
Okay. So it doesn't look like we're heading into Randalar. Although I think we were technically in Randalar in the opening cuts, in the 5 years later opening cutscene.
You deserve a rest.
Alright. Headed over to the Crystalline Dominion too, are you? There's good gil to be made there. Believe you me.
This is the guy who wanted to do a scam involving the hot springs.
More refugees.
And they're all making for the Crystalline Dominion.
Because they don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing.
That's Randalar up there. I mean, if there's going to be a water dominant, I could see it being in there, or a water icon, sorry. Backlad Markets.
There are no crystals here. We have to keep going. The Crystalline Dominion is our only chance.
I know, but the checkpoint. This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
That's that then. No traders pass.
Porter for hire. Best service. Best price. Others will carry off your fortune. I'll just...
What do you think, girl? Is it time we took to the Crystal Road ourselves?
Let's go this way and check out this area.
Hurry, man. I must leave for the Dominion post-haste.
I am hurrying, my lord.
Bloody Crimson Caravan, scooping up all the best customers. Leave some for the rest of us.
Want some moving? Then Aldrich is your man. He's never lost a load. He's a third at the price of the Crimson Caravans. Don't bother the best when put Aldrich to the test. The wheel and same thing. Porters for hire. Caravans may bleed you dry. Olders may drink you dry. Get you home and dry.
I hear the brothers found another victim. Can you believe it?
I believe it, all right. What's that? The third this month?
Ah. A soldier like yourself could do with hearing that. If ever you see a couple of brothers up in Leitney's Cleft.
And why is that?
Because they're duplicitous bastards who make cutthroats and footpads look like upstanding citizens. What they do is befriend a passing merchant, someone new to the area. The merchant dead and his murderers busy bickering over the poor bastard's wares. The brothers set to sweet talking now. The brave soul charges into the footpad's den thinking he's doing the realm a favour. And when he's done, the brothers sweep in and...
Yeah, there's a lazy sort of cut. You'd think they'd run out of bandits eventually.
So close to Bog.
Anyway, if you run into them...
Thanks for the...
Oh. I'm curious, what if I'd ignored the quest and come here first? Or no, I think it was an automatic cutscene.
Drake's fangs fallen, would you believe it? No wonder everyone's taken to the road.
That's not all. I heard Lord Kupka fell too. The Republic's not long for this world, if you ask me.
The Wheel and Crescent. Sand and stone.
I wish to engage the Crimson Caravan services. Where's the proprietress?
She's otherwise engaged at present, my lord.
Ooh, a new obelisk.
Well met.
Betrayal. Alright.
You've a discerning eye. Many thanks. A fine choice. Many thanks.
Get 1,000 for the
You're
gill
sure
bug.
you don't need it?
1,600 for the
Just
black
what I was
blood.
looking for. Thank you. Just what I was looking for.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
And nasty. Let me, my lord. You won't regret it.
Out of my sight, wretch. I've no use for a branded who can't even fill my cup.
Peaches and pears, beets and beans.
Ooh. There, so that's the official markets right here.
Wonders from across the water.
So that was all like
One
porters on the
couple,
way
feast
in.
Your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in...
How much? For a measly crust of bread?
You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. But you're more than welcome to look.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the Crystalline Dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
It looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an
Not for the likes of you.
There's a whole garrison
Through
here.
without that pass.
I mean, we could. We'd have to
Good, shall we?
do a little choppy, and then we could get through. A little blasty, and we can get through.
He must be around. He's somewhere.
Remember when half the people coming through here were traders from the Empire?
Aye. Now not even our own.
Let us through!
Go and bother someone else, will you? I've got my trader's pass and I'll be leaving as soon as I'm able. If I stay here much longer, I'll end up no better off than those...
You should come with me to the Dominion. Life will be different there.
I mean, for now.
Come taste my peaches. They're sweet as nectar.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
The caravan stops next to the checkpoint. Show them your trader's pass.
Juicy pears! Slake your thirst without a crystal.
Did you hear about the Empire's Black Shields? Apparently they've been going around Imperial lands stringing up bearers.
What a waste!
Oh, good. There you are.
Clive, I'm so...
Slow down, good.
It's me trader's pass. We cannot ride the caravan without it.
Do you remember?
It was in me pocket. Here.
It wouldn't surprise me.
So, to get the...
I know where. No one knows more about what goes on round here than she.
Where do we find?
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravans, up that
Okay.
way.
No time like the present.
I've been
Go
there.
on ahead. I'm gonna check the rest of my stuff, make sure no one else is missing.
Right.
I'll take the large one.
An excellent choice, my lord. Let's keep an eye out for this red chocobo, then.
And the other on our purses.
Juicy pears! Slake your...
Keep a distance from everyone.
If you're looking for the Crimson Caravans, head out of the canyon and take...
Well, we know the proprietress was occupied with something else. Hopefully she's back.
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Oh, wait! Don't go, El. He's me mate.
As I live and breathe. Goots, what are you doing back in Boklad?
Eloise. Boklad. Also known as the Thousand Tables. Hey, makes sense why it's called that. Eloise, owner of the Crimson Caravans, highly esteemed portrage firm in Boklad. She's a knack for business and a head for figures, which she uses to build her business from the ground up.
I gather Lady Karen didn't send you.
My pass got nicked. My pass got nicked. That's it.
So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me trader's pass. It got stolen. By little Ben.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly. Ugh.
Goots told us that you know the markets well. Might you have an idea which little bairn could have done this?
We don't intend to punish them. We just need our pass back. Then, we can be on our way.
Medicine girl?
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either. Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct? Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain.
Okay. My money's on Medicine Girl. She's the only little child who's no, but
Ever
I
since
she
the
doesn't.
Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that might aid the Empire more than it does us. Which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential. And with demand outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity.
So the children are stealing passes to sell on the black market?
Yes, passes are inscribed with the names of their owners. And yet, none of the victims' names have appeared on the register.
Which means?
That someone is doctoring the stock, the same someone who is encouraging the children to steal them.
Do you have like an Artful
And the
Dodger
same
type?
Someone who has Goots' pup. Whoever they are, they're ruining the livelihoods of honest merchants. Will you stand with? You want to get your pass back, and we want to ensure that no more are stolen. Catch whoever's behind it.
Is there any other way of getting to the Crystalline Dominion goods?
They won't let you in if you're not with the caravan. But the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do...
So either we find the people who...
All right.
Thank
I
you.
mean, I guess we could swim at night.
But I don't know your name.
Clive.
A pleasure doing business.
So people that are potential allies were Clive. For people that we want to say anonymous towards were Wyvern, the Crimson Collar.
The proprietor of the furniture makers.
And then people we want to
is
intimidate were
spearheading
Sid.
the search. Wear that, and he will know you for a... I suggest that...
The furniture.
Out of my sight, wretch!
Come on, come on!
Jug of snake spit for the road?
The caravan stops next to the checkpoint. Open your trader's path.
Are you the furniture man?
Looking for something? Ah, Eloise collared you too, eh?
She told me you were leading the hunt for the pickpocket.
For one, that they're targeting the traders carrying the biggest pack. Harder to watch your back, see? Less chance of the mark giving chase. Not that they'd be likely to catch them. Those imps know every inch of this warren like the backs of their hands.
Their eyes must have lit up when they saw Goot.
The fishmonger round by the gate's been trying to track down the children.
Thank you.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
You should come with me to the Dominion.
Fish for sale! Can I interest you?
She's asked me to help her.
Is that so? For one, this isn't a family operation. All the traders say the children who stole their passes were dirty. Street urchins, by the sound.
Orphans from the war.
Makes
A
sense.
few, perhaps. They're all looking for a new start in the Dominion and beyond. Some of them take it as an opportunity to rid themselves of unwanted baggage.
This place sucks. This entire world.
Whoever's behind this would have to have
Sucks.
made themselves known to the children at some point.
Valisthea, trash.
You should start with the children around here, then.
It's worth it.
All right then. Questioning children. How hard can that be?
The little scamps you'll see running around here might be naughty.
Go and bother someone else, will you?
The Empire's your enemy, not us.
Have you got a trader's pass? No? Then fuck off.
Excuse me. Do you mind if I ask?
Can't stop you.
I was just wondering if anyone has...
Anything you grown-ups ever ask us to do is shut up and go away. So guess what I'm about to tell you?
Sorry.
Kid, listen to us. We'll get you
Just leave me alone.
a place to live and 3 square meals. What do you say?
Do you have a moment?
What do you want?
What I want is to know who's asking children like you to pick pockets.
I don't know. Nobody's asked me. What's picking pockets?
No, you get... So if they come calling...
The caravan stops next to the checkpoint. Showed them your traders, pal?
This one's anxious.
What do you want? I don't have any money.
It's all right. We're not going to hurt you. We just want to talk. We've heard that we need to know who's behind.
I don't know much about it, really. He said he got a job.
Sounds promising.
We need to find him.
Do you know where you're...
He's usually by the tents out...
Thank you.
He'll probably be by the tents.
Come on, come on!
I'll only hurt him if he fights first. No.
Peaches and pears.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
That's that then.
She must have meant the refugee camp.
Let's hope he's still nearby.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
Yeah, and I'm broke.
There you go.
That big fat donkey was easy pickings. He wouldn't have
Scallywag,
if we
scamp.
robbed his boots off him. Yeah. Wish we hadn't handed over the pass, though. Could use one of those things to get out of this dump.
Chance would be a fine thing.
Peevish.
Remember they found out they'd string us up by our guts.
Would they now? Perhaps you'd like to introduce us to these charming characters.
Shit, we're in trouble now. What do we do?
You two get caught if you want. I'm off.
Hunter, where are you going?
So that was Hunter, eh? Jill, you watch these two.
All right.
He can't have gone far. I need to find him before his employers do.
Do it again. We promise.
I'll watch these two. You go after Hunter.
Alright, Scallywag and Scamp.
Did you see a boy run past?
There was a boy ran back there.
Thank you.
Chocobo Tamer could be lying for him. Ooh.
Shit. Cornered.
It's all right, Hunter. I just want to ask...
Fine.
I'm looking for the people who are making use...
Called themselves the Carstones. They said they'd give me good gill if I did what they told me. I knew they were bad, but bread doesn't come for free. Didn't come at all half the time. Before I started buzzing for them. You know, if I didn't do it, they'd just pick on someone else.
Hunter.
You found him then?
Jill. Where are the other two?
Eloise is watching over them. She sent Goots and I
Just
to
the
look for you.
footsteps of Goots.
I haven't got your pass anymore, if that's what you're after. Whatever you do to me, I can't get it back. Not that I go against them anyway. If it went...
Put Hansa in your pack.
Cowards. You will not force another child to do your bidding.
Menacing mercenary.
Don't hurt him.
Who are you, menacing mercenary? I like you.
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are. That brooch. Where did you get it?
Master Theo.
Goots. What are you doing with these people? Unless you're the ones my sister was talking
I'm guessing Eloise's brother.
Sister.
Or Sid. He looks a lot like Sid. Mid's brother. Who's His sister. Is it mid or is it
Annalise
L?
didn't tell us she had a brother.
And why would she?
Oh,
I'm
no.
just a back and a blade. Theodore, at your service.
Order and guard for the Crimson Caravan. Okay.
Sorry about before.
Theodore, what do you know of the casts?
Vultures who have made Boklad their hunting ground. They prey on the desperate, stealing from those with gil and bullying those without it into joining their flock. I've been looking into their activities in hope of sparing the refugees any further hardship. But it seems they've already stooped even lower than I'd feared. Hans is a good lad. Don't blame him. If he and his friends hadn't agreed to work for the stones, some other poor souls would have. On pain of death, most likely. Clive, was it? And my sisters asked you to help put an end to the pickpocket. Then we all want the same.
Okay. I think I need 10 more for the next level of reputation. Renown, sorry.
I'm sorry.
Where is it?
I'm sorry.
So,
I think we're gonna finish this mission and then we're gonna move on, and then we're gonna save, and that's where we're gonna call it for the night.
We find the cast stones and we crush them. You get your traders' pass back, and I make Boklad a safe place again.
Make Buckland safe again. Got it.
All right then.
Couldn't if I wanted to. They always come to town to collect the passes. Meet us outside the gate. I tried following them once, but they spotted me halfway down.
we'll try it this time.
Back down the road towards Leitney's Cleft.
To Leitney's Cleft then.
Blood from the
Leitney's
stones.
Cleft is to the south, past the camp.
It looked like they were about to turn into Leitney's Cleft before they spotted me.
You can do it, Clive.
Theodore is a guest.
Daddy.
There are no crystals here.
I would have liked it if the bandits that we already defeated were. But there you go. Never mind.
That's the one who's been sticking his nose in our business.
You should have minded your own.
Torgal kill.
I doubt these were the ringleaders.
But at least we know we're on the right track.
I'm finding this side quest a little tedious. I mean, we had a lot of fetch quests leading up to this point. I just want to see what it looks like. Very classic and traditional. We haven't had a full Chocobo gang in a hot minute. Nope, they got a caster among them.
We got company. Just a lot of
Everyone burns.
More foot soldiers.
Fewer now.
No experience.
That's better.
So this is heading back towards... Oh. Was that camp there before? Maybe. Maybe.
Not a bad haul to...
Aye. Some of our new recruits are natural-born ne'er-do-wells.
Especially the little ones. And Hans has got nimble fingers, all right.
Stop talking about a child's fingers.
It'll be a shame when they chop them off. But till then, let's make the most of it.
Scum.
The leaders of the cursed.
They don't deserve any mercy, Clive.
I wasn't planning on showing them any.
We're ready when you are, Theodore.
Oh, I'm ready.
It's that guard from Bockland. Kill him! Kill them all! Let's end this now.
I've heard talk of. Slow.
Now's our chance.
There you go. That's how you weaken them. Good. Yeah, at least we had experience out of that one. Gilbug.
And they say crime doesn't pay. Gold chains, rings, purses. And traders' passes.
Have the names been changed?
Not yet. Now I just need to sort through it all and return every...
We should go and give Eloise the good news.
Of course. Oh, and be sure to tell her of the part I played.
We'll be glad to.
You helped. You were there for the fighting.
Goots' pass will be in here somewhere. It might take a while to find it, though. You should go back to Bockland.
Oh wait, nope. I can just fast travel to Baklad. I knew that.
Clive, how goes the hunt? My brother isn't getting in your...
Quite the opposite.
He did very well at murder.
So it was the cast stones who were... And their demise solves 3 problems at a stroke. That of the pickpockets, the bandits pulling their strings. I only hope yours is among the items you recover. Speaking of who...
You are too kind, Eloise. Here, Clive. Goods' pass.
We need to get him one of those things like the fanny packs that you wear inside your shirt.
Thank you.
That like gullible tourists wear.
El, I've asked our boys to carry the rest of the goods back. Can I count on your help in sorting through it all?
Of course. I'll make some space in the store. I expect you'll soon be on your way then. But it wouldn't do to leave without introducing yourself properly, would it now? Sid. Don't look so shocked.
I don't understand.
As you now know all too well, we at the Crimson Caravans are always happy to help those in need. For a small fee, be that goods to market, or bearers away from it.
I was the first my sister helped escape. If it wasn't for her, I'd have been branded as a boy.
I had no idea.
It just so happens that we are seeking to expand our operation. And who better to join forces with than the leader in the field? Wouldn't you agree?
I would. It seems our purpose is the same in more ways. So what would you say to work?
Welcome to the cause.
And our honor. The honor is ours.
So this might be Theodore Wiggins Bears helped them flee their family home. The bear spared the brand after awakening late, being spirited away from family home by his sister. So this might be one of the first connections that Clive has established as Sid for the base, aside from his uncle, who is a...
What is it?
El has friends in high places, while I have associates in, lower ones. That mark is proof that you're a friend to us both.
You joined the collar and compass. Oh, that's cool.
I shall bear it with pride.
Well, all that remains is to wish you a safe onward journey. Goots' pass should secure you a place on the caravan. But if you encounter any difficulties, we would be delighted to provide you with a coach of our own. For a discounted price, of course. Say, 9 million?
We'll try the caravan.
I mean, I can go get one of those star rubies back.
Right then. Let's get this back to Goots.
And then it's on to the Dominion.
Ah, Clive. Why, I am what you see.
Proprietors of Crimson Caravans. Customer series were reliable. We don't ask questions.
It can be a risky business.
You might even consider us competitors of the infamous Sid the Outlaw, had he and I not reached an agreement.
This being a border town.
Merchants often stop on their way to the Crystalline Dominion.
Or at least, it did. Don't worry about Hansa.
There'll be more little ones abandoned at the gates. They too may turn to crime, especially if the cast stones or other ill-intentioned elements decide to give them no choice in the matter.
Safe travels.
Anything I can do for you?
I am the scowl she brings in customers. I scare off those who prey on them.
Other way.
Plenty of bandits and beasts keep me busy. Half the wagons nowadays are full of people fleeing.
Fools, the lot of them.
If they love magic so much, they should have tried to being born a bear. Ah!
Criminals and cowards.
Who bully the desperate and dispossessed.
So thank you.
Alright, no problem, bud.
May luck go with you.
Let me carry your goods. Pardon me, but would you happen to be a fighting man, perchance?
Alright, well guys, I think that is where we are going to call it for the night. Upgrade aerial blast, or not quite there for upgrading this. I'm gonna say I'm gonna save it. Hopefully, if we go into the Empire, I might be getting Bahamut soon. Okay, so on this side would be Bahamut. Opposite this would be Shiva and Odin. Yeah, I only have room for 3 more. So again, there's supposed to be 8 icons. There's a water icon that's just not here. I hope maybe that'll be DLC. That could be a cool DLC. Anyway. That's where I'm going to call it. I might do, again, a little bit of grinding. I'm probably going to do these 3 off stream. And we are going to make our way through the checkpoint. And hopefully enter the Crystalline Domain, Crystalline Dominion on the next one, and hopefully that's some good story content right there. Hopefully we're gonna meet Bahamut and Dion. Hopefully we're gonna kill some family. Here's hoping. I mean, maybe Joshua was there not long ago. So hopefully Josh is still there. Part of me hopes one day we'll head down to, I think this is down here is Convir. It's in its own little area. Because that's where Mid is. Alright, and this just confirms for me that this is the next big thing, and then the final story is going to be Waloed. Alright. Anyway, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. This has been dope. This has been great. This was not the most action-packed stream, especially compared to the last few. A lot of setup. I didn't particularly love this stretch of the desert and these quests. It was very fetch questy. Some of it was cool. Like, all the stuff with Otto was great. All the stuff with Blackthorn was fairly enjoyable. There were some satisfying fights. Fighting the Bomb King and fighting Atlas. Those were both genuinely good, interesting fights. Yeah. You know what? There's a whole bunch more, actually. I'm looking at the map right now. The map of, Dhalmekia. There's clearly stuff here, at the Krozit Echoes. The Rimasov Flat, the Ravzod, the Gilded Path, and Titan's Wake. We know that right here is Randla, and I think down here at the end of Titan's Wake was Convar, where Mid is studying. So I think that's where we'll go to like get our boat, and then we can sail to Ash. That's probably going to be late game, now that I'm thinking about it. Alright. Anyway. Thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far, if you're watching on Twitch, make sure you're following. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you're subscribed. Twitch every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. I'm playing either this or another game, so make sure you swing by, follow, and yeah. YouTube, subscribe, stay up to date, notification bell, you guys know the drill. Like to help me out. New episodes of Final Fantasy go up every other weekday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, until I'm done. Alright. So guys, thank you for joining me. That is it for this thing that I am doing. You guys are the best, and I will be seeing you. Till next time, peace.